what's up everybody? It's your boy HP Maharaja, and we back at it again here. Today's topic is going to be about institutional education. So I got a little bit carried away because people driving on the road a little recklessly, but anyways. Institutional education. Why am I against institutional education? And what's the reason behind it? First of all, I want to clarify, I'm not against all types of institutional education. First scenario, I would want somebody well educated in the field would be like anyone who's doing surgery on me. If I have cancer or anything like that, I'd want a qualified medical professional, a doctor who's gone through extensive, medical practice and learned the theory also, where it's actually applicable in real life, and a must know really if you're in that field about everything about the human body and whatever you're trying to do surgical procedures on. So that's one area that I would support institutional education. Now, for the most part, not everybody goes down the track of being a doctor or a medical profession, a nurse, something like that. There's so many other fields. A lot of students in college now, computer science is a hot demand major, and that's what I'm doing, computer science and engineering. So engineering, computer science, all this stuff is really, really good stuff. It's in high demand. But the reason why people end up going to computer science, I'll speak because I have a little bit of exposure and knowledge on this subject, is because employers out there are requiring either a bachelor's degree in engineering or a master's degree, PhD in engineering or computer science or software, whatever. They're requiring that technical background that they think the graduates out there have, but in reality they don't. And that's what institutional education is all about. Theory, I think very little practice, especially because from the system I come from. And I don't really believe in this institutional education system. I'm just going through it because, I got the realization a little bit too late, and I made too much of an investment to back out now. So, but to be completely honest, also the market also dictates how you approach your educational journey and how you, sort of apply and go through the snakes and ladders of the institutional education system. For instance, there are many big companies like Google, Microsoft, and, some of the job qualifications, as you'll read at the bottom, they'll be like, minimum bachelor's degree from accredited four-year university in the realm of, computer science, or, some positions, marketing, sales, business, something with specialization in finance. They'll require these things. And that's why it dictates. But ultimately, when you get into the job, almost 90% of the time in the computer science, engineering sort of related field, I have experienced that it's not really taught at school, and you don't use what you've been taught at school in the practical real world life. Many people have like internships and they're building applications, and they don't learn about all this application development in the field of computer science. Sure, you get a little bit of a data analysis, data structures. I guess apparently a very important class. I would agree it is, but to a certain extent, you will almost abstract away from the data structures and all that stuff. So, not really a fan of institutional education. But here's the thing that I want to really note here, and maybe 2, 3, 5, 10 years down the road, you probably watch this video and know that I'm actually making some sense. I think the market in about, I would say, 5-10 years is going to change, maybe even faster. It's going to change to adapt to employing people that don't have the bachelor's degree in computer science. It won't be a such and such requirement to work there. I think what will be more valuable in the market are the skills that you will be directly applying to your job or to the projects that the companies are working on. I think developing those skills, and now, there's a lot of certificates online that people can get. And, I was reading an article on Medium. Great article, and Medium is by the way, a great platform to read some good tech-related stuff. And they got a bunch of other stuff, but I focus on tech-related stuff. Reading an article there, and there was this guy that took a 3-month course in JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language. And he was describing how he took the course to find a 6-figure salary job. And the whole article goes into depth in terms of figuring out, like, oh, how did he apply? He applied to about 129 different places. He got like 29 different interviews, and then second rounds, like 10 second rounds, and then at the end, I think he ended up with like 10 offers, right? With all of them being above, 6 figures, with a 3-month course in JavaScript. So right now, yes, JavaScript is very popular and very applicable, and I think the market will adapt to employ people and bring people on board to their companies, to their projects, in the scope, in the realm, and in the expectation that people will have the skills rather than just having the, such and such board of bachelor's degree from 4-year university, blah, 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 minor in management, blah, 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 whatever that means. I don't think it really has too much of an impact today. A lot of people are realizing this, but the market, as in the employers, haven't really adjusted to what they really need. And I think it will change, that people will slowly realize that, we got to start bringing on people on board who have the skill set and that can apply directly in practice those skill sets that they developed. Another big one is business. Like I'm a huge business. Like I waste my time. I don't really waste my time, but I waste my time watching Shark Tank in my spare time, right? I'm watching Shark Tank, business videos. I'm watching business bloggers, vloggers, all that stuff. And business, I have a very good feeling about business not being practical in the 4-year such and such encircled closure of a bachelor's degree, marketing you as, some business professional. To be honest, I mean, some people are born salesmen, and I'm pretty sure I'm one of them. Not to be overconfident, but I think I can sell well, and you don't need a 4-year degree to go and sell stuff. You don't really. You just need a little bit of hustle, and you just got to go out there and figure out, like, yeah, you know what, I want to figure this out. Today, normally, I think this business whole environment, it's kind of unfortunate because they don't teach you much. And I think, yeah, great. Like, a lot of people will probably argue against this point, like, MBA has taught me so much, helped me climb the ladder. Yeah, to be honest, that's going to change. Also, mark my words, that's going to change. It's not going to be no longer. I mean, everybody has MBA now. It's almost standard. I mean, I go to places and people tell me, like, oh yeah, I got an MBA from such and such ASU University online. People are just picking up MBA, so it's almost losing its value. And I think that's going to happen with the same way with the bachelor's degree, on how the bachelor's degree will lose value in terms of everybody's going to have it. How do we differentiate people? And I think the skills that people develop, either outside or, even before you get employed, because I know a lot of people entering the work field for the first time, they don't have that sort of experience. And a lot of employers are like, oh yeah, we're looking for experienced individuals. And I was watching a meme, it was really cool. Saw a meme that was saying, like, oh yeah, so you're telling me, so that, the guy who's the candidate, the job candidate, tells the employer, like, so you're telling me I need experience to get experience? I just found that completely hilarious. But yeah, that's actually how it is. But skills, you can develop skills at home, especially if you're computer science and something like that, even if you're business. As I said, medical field, you need your education. Please get your education, because I don't want to, die from a surgeon who's hasn't been accredited and hasn't got the right knowledge, both in theory and practice. But other than that, business, science, engineering, computer science, all this stuff, I think it's going to change in the future. I'm not saying drop out, but just keep it in the back of your mind and make sure you, move your, I think in the 5-10 years, move your ambitions and your goals and your side hustles towards a vision and goal that keeps this in mind, right? Where institutional education is not going to make a big difference. Instead, it's going to be more of your skill sets. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Peace and love, And I hope to catch you on the next one.